Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Kosi, and in today's video I will be sharing with you guys how to make a pencil skirt pattern. Okay, it's a beginners friendly and also it's a beginners tutorial, right? So if this sounds like something you want to know, keep on watching and let's get started. And if you're yet to subscribe, please kindly subscribe so you get notified anytime I upload any video. So guys, let's get started. So guys, the first thing you need to do is to fold your pattern paper by two like this. Mine is on a fold, okay? So for the length of the skirt, what I have there is 20 inches. The length is 20 inches as you can see. So if you want to add your waistband, that means you're going to remove 2 inches for your waistband, okay? So when you remove the 2 inches for your waistband, you mark it. All right, then you can add extra 2 inches for the sewing allowance and for turn up. Do you get? So for me, for this tutorial, I'll just leave it at 20 inches. All right, so what I will do now is to come down by 8 inches. This will serve as my hip line. Okay, so I'll make my point. After making my point, I'll use a ruler to make a straight line across, just like this. So once I'm through with that, we go ahead and label the upper part as the waistline. This is the hip line, and I'll label here as the skirt length. Okay, I'll label it as XL. That means the skirt length. So on the waistline, I'll mark quarter of my waist circumference. Okay, mine is 28. So divided by 4 is 7 inches. I marked it. After that, I added extra 1 inch. This is for the dart. Okay, so once I'm through with that, on the hip, I will divide my hip circumference by 4, then mark quarter of it, which is 9 inches. My hip circumference is 36, so divided by 4 is 9. Okay, so I marked it. After that, I'll connect from the waist to the hip. Okay, just like this. Can you see? So after I was done with this, what I'll do now is to place my tape. You can see I have 9 inches. So on the skirt length, I'll subtract half an inch. All right, this is optional. You can try to just mark it straight if you want, but I just want to give a little slant. Okay, so I just subtract just half inch, and what I have left is 8.5. So I marked 8.5 here. Remember, it's optional. Okay, you can just leave it straight like that. All right, so after I was done with this, the next thing now is on the waistline. I'll divide my nipple to nipple by 2. Mine is 7 inches, so I'll mark half of it, which is 3.5. Okay, I'll mark it just like this. Okay, so after marking, I'll come down by 4 inches for the dart length. You mark 4 inches for your dart length, and I'll use my ruler to connect it to give me a straight line. Okay, so after that, on the both side, I'll subtract half inch on both side. Okay, you remember I added 1 inch for the dart, for the seam allowance for the dart. So now I subtracted the 1 inch on both side, which is half an inch on both side. Okay, so after I was done with this, you can see what I have here. Now the next thing to do is to place my tape at the upper part. I'll come down by half an inch. I came down by half an inch. So from this side, I made a slant. Okay, so why I did this is just if you want to add, if you're making a skirt actually and you are fixing your band, it's very important you give a slant on the center side. All right, so when you fix your waistband will sit very perfect on the skirt. Okay, so now label it as the front. All right, so after I was done doing this, the next thing is to go ahead and cut it out. All right, so this is how you go about the drafting of your front skirt pattern. After cutting, I'll also go ahead and cut out the back as well. All right, so now go ahead and cut yours. After cutting, you can see what I have here. I also cut out the upper side just like this. Can you see? So after that, we go ahead and cut out the back pattern. So for the front is very easy to cut. All right, so now I brought another piece of paper like this, then it's on a fold. I place the front pattern on this other side. Okay, so right now I want to mark 1.2 inches for the zip allowance. You can mark 1.5 if you want. So I just marked 1.2 inches for the zip allowance. After making my point, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line across. I'll go ahead and draw a straight line across just like this. Okay, so I'll label as the zip allowance. So after that, I'll place my front pepper very properly like this. Just place it very properly like this. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut it out. After cutting on the front hip line, I'll just spot it out just like this. Okay, I'll spot it out for the back. So after spotting it out both sides, I'll go ahead and rule a straight line across. Okay, so this is the hip line for the back. So I'll label as the hip line. Okay, so now what I'll do next is on the waistline, I'll mark half of my nipple to nipple. Okay, after marking, I'll subtract one half an inch on both sides. Then I'll come down by 5 inches for the that length. Remember on the front pattern, I came down by 4 inches. So for the back, I extended it to extra 1 inch. Like I marked 5 inch in total. So after that, you can see I went ahead to connect it. Okay, so after connecting, you can see what I have here. So I want to explain things to you guys. Listen very carefully, please. So if you want to make this for a gown, you already know that this is the down part. All right. By then you must have removed your half length. Okay. So if you want to avoid a zip bulge at the back, you're going to come down on the zip allowance side. You come down by 1 inch. Okay, then you go ahead and connect. You can see when I connected it from, go ahead and connect to meet the point you came down by 1 inch. So doing that, you're not going to have any zipper board at the down side of your skirt, like as the at the zipper side on the waist side, like at the back. So after that, I went ahead to label. After labeling, you can see the front pattern, and also you can see the back pattern. Okay, this is what I have here, guys. Can you see? So this is very easy and well detailed, especially for a beginner. It's very easy. Okay, so if you want to transfer to actual fabric, you're going to now add to 2 inches for your seam allowance. Okay, on the side you add to 2 inches for your seam allowance. So if you come down to the new side, you add just 1 inch. Okay, you add just 1 inch. All right, so guys, this will be the end of our today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Please don't forget to subscribe so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Bye.